No, I mean, the introduction to the Premier League has really strengthened Shropshire around it. Previously you were sort of divided a little bit, weren't it? You know, the Shrewsbury League and the Mid Shropshire League, and I think it's actually brought the top players together, competing against each other, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, it's brought everybody together, and also we brought a lot. You know, there's a lot of players now have come from Whitchurch, which is like North Shropshire. You know, the likes of Charlie Weaver, Andy Moss, people like that. You know, are big. You know, they're really good players who are playing a lot of tournament bowls at the moment, playing up north all the time. You know, and you know, Martin Lloyd, who really wouldn't have, if like years ago, wouldn't have been involved with the Shropshire squad, because you know he's like out on the Cheshire border, if you like. So you know, we pulled people in from other areas where normally they wouldn't have come from.
I mean, it's important for any player, the top players, to be playing the best, isn't it? Really, on a regular basis.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and like to Charlie Weaver and that. You know, they're entering, you know, they're up Yorkshire, they're up Manchester. You know, a lot of the young lads like Callum's playing all over the place at the moment. Rich Goddard plays a lot of competition bowls. And so, you know, I think it's done the county well. And of course with I heard you earlier on saying about the club championship. Well, I think Lloyds have won it today. Chester Row were playing in that today.
Yeah, I think they lost in the semi-final, Chester Row.
They lost in the semi-final, did they?
I believe so, yeah.
So that's that's a big thing. Shropshire have always done well in that.
Yes, it is. Yeah, particularly Castlefields.
Yeah, well, Castlefields.
We mentioned that as well. Okay, we got that. We got you through to the semi-final. Then you come against North Midland. That was always going to be a bit of a test, wasn't it? Really, I think it's fair to say probably on paper Shropshire probably got a little bit more strength in depth, but they've got such a tremendous choice of greens in Coventry, haven't they? Like?
I think the Shropshire lads got a lot of confidence when we knew they couldn't go to Coomben, because Coomben has been a nightmare for us.
Yeah.
And we've had some real heavy defeats there. Yeah. I think we played them in the semi-final about 3 or 4 years ago, and we could have afforded to have lost the game by about 57. And we ended up picking the wrong green at home, and we lost by 80 at Coomben. And I think we only won by a few at Sevenside, which was a nightmare. Obviously saving a green for the final, and we didn't get there, and that was a big mistake.
Yeah. And then we came to the final, as you say, the clouds cleared, the green speeded up. Everything went in your favour, didn't it?
It did, yeah. We have to know what greens we're going to use, and I'm adamant that you have to start using the greens, Premier League greens. And we looked around, and although the likes of some of the Yorkshire lads would have played in the Meal Open, it's a totally different bowling green in September, with a bit of, you get a bit of dry weather, than it is to March. And we were adamant that it was the green to use.
I think as well, I don't know if you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I gather before the final a lot of the players got together and had some input into the choice of the green. Is that right?
Yeah, the selectors called a meeting. We all went to it was a meeting at Meal Brace actually. Everybody was asked for opinion on where we could go, and I think the majority of the players were happy and confident to go on to Meal Brace. If it's a Premier League green, all those Shrewsbury lads know it. They were confident to play it, and so I think the selectors went with the majority of the vote that was in the room and decided to use Meal.
Yeah. It's important, isn't it, I suppose, for the players to have input like that and be comfortable, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because you've got, if your players are you've got to give the players some input, I believe, and give the players that bit of input, and you get confidence going into the match because it's a green you want to play on, and it's a green that you like.
Yeah, that's good anyway. We've got to mention yourself in the final. You told me I had. You beat Lee Lawton 21-8. You must be really pleased with that victory.
Yeah, I was over the moon. Yeah, I started off a bit nervous. There was a big crowd there, and although I've played a lot of times now, and you still get that for the county match, you still get those few nerves when you're going on. But I just fell on a mark across the crown, and he was playing with these big yellow bowls, and I think the green was just a little bit too quick for him.
Yeah.
Can I say something, Glenn?
Yeah, go on, Mike.
I stood there and watched your game, and I think if Lee Lawton had been there now trying to play bowls, he wouldn't have beat you on that mark if he'd have still been there now, to be honest with you.
Well, thanks
because
for
you was pulling him that tight, he hadn't got a bloody clue what he was doing.
No, he did lose his weight.
You just sort of lost him, you know, after the first few ends, and that was it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was an excellent game that was, and Simon Parsonage as well bowled tremendous, really well, like, you know, and but your game was brilliant.
Cheers, thank you for that. It's
very good game that was to watch, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
Oh, it got me a bit concerned now, Glyn. You're saying that you was few butterflies, and I didn't think you were the person who lacked confidence on going on the green.
Well, I was lacking confidence. I think if you've got that bit of butterfly, county matches, they just, I don't know, it's something about a county match. That when you go on that green, it's, you know, I wish I could play on a Friday night like I play in a county match.
Yeah, the Castlefields lads have said the same, mate.
It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just something that you just, you know, you go on the green, you're totally focused. You know, you get that bit of butterflies, and it's you know, I think it's the best game of bowls you can play.
Yeah.
Well, Glenn, you did the same last year, if I remember right, up at Whitchurch when you beat David East about 21-8, I believe.
I did, yeah. District, yeah. I played David East at District.
Yeah.
And it's just.
Yeah.
I suppose some people are cut out for counts. You know, you can get really good players that have got poor county records.
Yeah, you got on the mark up and down the side of the green, just in front of the club, and I remember you bowled it very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had if I remember right, you were awarded man of the match. Am I correct?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yes, I think you were. I think I was one of them who instigated that, as you get man of the match award.
Oh right, there you go. You've got a better memory than me.
Anyway, Glenn, just carrying on. It's only the second time Shropshire have won the cup. I think previously it was back in
1974. Yeah.
I think you got the final once.
Yeah, we lost
recently.
in
98.
94 was it? I think.
98, I think it was. You lost
98 was it against Yorkshire?
I mean, Shropshire have got, you know, have always had for years, you know, some very top class players. I mean, why do you think it's took so long to get your hands back on the cup? You know, such a long gap, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I don't know what it is really. I think we've always had the belief, and you know, we've played in a final where we played the very good Yorkshire side in '98 that totally demolished us really, especially at home. I think we'd run out of greens and possibly used the wrong green maybe, where we used the Prince of Wales down the Seven-Side Complex, which is not a Premier green. I just think everything's just come together, and you know, a lot of the young lads now. I mean, as Mike was saying earlier, we've got a very young side at this present moment in time, and I think it's just taken, you know, a couple of years for that side to mature. And now the likes of, you know, you've got Charlie Weaver, Andy Moss, Peter Farmer. You can rattle off names that are well known now, playing bowls around the country. You know, and you know, when you're playing players like that, it's hard work to get them beat.
Yeah, that's right. We must mention your gang before, the selectors. They've done a tremendous job, haven't they?
They have, yes. I mean, they've involved the players more than you know, most of the selectors I've been under. You know, we've played under a few selectors over the years. You know, they've had a lot of input. You know, giving the players a lot of responsibility, if you like, of, you know, where do you want to play, where do you fancy, have you got any ideas? I mean, at the end of the day, they make the decision where we go, but they've always asked the players of, you know, are you comfortable going there, where do you want to go? So really, we've always picked the greens that we want to play on.
Yeah. Can we name the selectors? We give the four of them a mention.
Yeah, the selectors are Mick Jones, who plays. I don't think you all know him very well.
Yeah.
From St George's. Dennis Lewis, Bob Moss, and John Nash.
Yeah.
And I mean, John Nash used to play with us many years ago at Castlefields. So he's an ex-Castlefields member who now plays at Meal Brace.
Yeah. And I think they've been together a couple of years now, and they've obviously done a good job.
Yeah, I think this was their third year, so I think that's their time up now. So they have to go now to the selection committee, and they'll decide whether they carry on or whether anybody else wants to have a go at doing it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to get rid of them, are they?
I don't think so. No, I think the vibes are that they want to stand again to try and defend it.
Yeah.
And be the first selectors, obviously, in Shropshire to retain the Crossfield Cup.
Yeah.